All right, I'm here at Extreme Graphic Solutions in north of Atlanta. They're a printmaking company that focuses on car graphics. I'm here to talk to them a little bit about their company. I brought some electric skateboards in here. They're going to help me wrap them. You're with Mike and Alex. Could you tell me a little bit about your company?
So it started off as a dream. I was an apprentice at another shop. I wanted to do something for myself. I was like, how do I take it to the next level? And I just worked hard at it. I created a name. I was like, man, I want to do something that's off the wall, something that's kind of creative and brand new. And it came up with the name Extreme Graphic Solutions to help companies and basically anybody in the industry to do different, that sets them apart from everybody else and get their business names or themselves out and separated. And I've been lucky enough to partner up with my close friend Alex from NCA 10, and he has really helped me get to the next level. And I guess without his help, I probably wouldn't have gotten this far.
Like I said, we're going to try and wrap some of these boards in the back with your help.
Let's do it. Let's get started. Boom.
We're trying to wrap one of these boards today. We printed some of the graphics on your JV 150, 130.
Yeah. So we have the Mimaki plotter, and we also have the Mimaki heated laminator. I really enjoy these products. It honestly facilitates everything that I do within my industry. I predominantly focus on doing graphics, doing car wraps, and basically fleet graphics and vehicles. That's basically what we do a lot of. And this helps expedite the process significantly because I can be printing on one here and a sheet that's already printed can be being kiss-cutted while it's being made. So it's something that I honestly needed to get the business going. So
tell me about some specialty materials that you've worked with, some really fun stuff that you guys been doing.
A lot of the stuff we've been doing over the years has been a mixture of just different types of installations. So a lot of the stuff that we do, most times we would do boat wraps and keys. So you would have to use different kind of designs, different kind of materials to make sure that it would adhere correctly to the boat because it's in saltwater conditions. Other times we'd have to wrap walls. We'd have to do high resolution pictures, both on floor applications, wall applications. Other times we've had to use products such as the plotter to cut our PPF, which is paint protection film, and the tints. So a lot of the cars that we'll deal with in the shop are very high-end cars. So paint protection film is something that ensures the protection of like rocks or any chipping to the original paint. And this machine just cuts through it like nobody's business. It's really, really great. It doesn't leave any jagged lines like other companies do. So sometimes we have to do half wraps where it's half perforated window film with a wrap. So a lot of those things is what we call specialty graphics in my industry, because we have to tie in both glass with metal and other substrates that it kind of complicates things, like bumpers, fiberglass on boats. Some stuff wraps easier than others. Others have compound curves. We recently just wrapped a Lambo, and the Lambo has very, very complex curves on the interior of where the intake goes. And we've had to rely on having a really good printer with using the materials at hand to make everything come together and make the project actually succeed.
Let's try and get into applying this design to this board. Like I said, this is a photograph that was taken in Atlanta, and we're going to apply that to the top of that, right?
Yes, sir. So basically what the printer does is it extrapolates all the information, and you can specify it to be a high resolution print. And then from there, all you have to do, since this is going to be under a clear grip tape, right?
Yes.
All we have to do is just basically line it up on the actual board, have enough there, and then you just basically peel it off gently, and it comes right off, very easy to use. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that corner. We'll just pull it straight back, and we're gonna do half first.
Cool.
That's right. We're gonna go ahead and pull it forward together, nice and tight. Just make sure the graphic goes there. My ways, and just lay it flat. Perfect. Does it go to the edge? Okay, so we're gonna have to readjust. And the beauty about having these products is that it's highly you can reposition it fairly easily. all you have to do is just lift it back up. And then with a simple squeegee, all you do is this, you go back over and you just stay between the lines. Okay, there's that. And you just follow the curves.
And you're usually used to working with bigger wraps, right? Like you use primarily like car wraps, correct?
Yes, sir. We do a lot of color changes and a lot of here in the city. One of the few shops that does custom camo prints. So we'll use the printer to its full potential. We'll go ahead and create a custom pattern of any camo that the customer may want. Like I said recently, we did that Lambo. We did a full 3-color camo that was ready to go, and the printer was actually able to handle it instead of actually doing cutout graphics in vinyl. We made one layer and that was it. And a lot of people really like that concept because it saves you time and energy and resources when you just do one solid layer. You don't have to go back and you don't have to do all the extra steps of cutting out the cut tape and stuff like that. So it helps with a business's bottom line with manpower and time.
We got this photo from a professional photographer, but when you're not able to get photos like that and you have to make the designs yourself, how much freedom do you have? Like, is there any instances where people just come to you and say, hey, free reign, I want my car looking cool, have at it?
Oh yeah, there's especially with both the industry that I'm in, we use both the printer and ready-made materials by certain companies. They have different textures. I've had customers tell me, hey, what is your vision on a certain project? And me and my business partner, we'll go in there, we'll analyze it, we'll look at the car, we'll like, man, how can we do this? So recently there was, for a car meet in this area, somebody wanted to do a really interesting concept on a car. They wanted to do something where it looked like a lava rock had cracked open, and it looked like it was scratching all over the car, and you could see the individual crystals along the whole car.
Nice.
Things like that you can manipulate both the colors and the actual texture. You can do 3D in the actual design. So on certain occasions, we have very free reign. It's more of like what the customer's vision is in their head and how we bring it out of them and into reality. Because in their mind, they see it one way, and you have to really rely between the customer's input and the high level of skill that comes from the designer to actually bring it to life. And when it does, then you have products like this, that you have something that you just don't get to see every day. Like there is nobody else in the city who has this.
Yeah.
So that person can feel the individuality of like, you know, I have something that I'm proud of. I rep it, or I rip it. Like this guy must shred this this board. Having the individuality and the freedom to do so is nice, both as a business owner and the installer. It's nice to say, you know what, like I had my input in that.
Now, is there anything that you wish to work on? Any cool stuff that pie in the sky things that you really want to work on that you think is cool that you haven't gotten a chance to yet?
Yeah, the industry I would love to break into, or do a concept is walk into a room like this that's enclosed, and it feeling that you've walked into an aquarium. So I want to wrap, like this room as an example, I want to wrap all 4 walls where it's the same kind of perspective that when you walk in the room and you close the door, you're inside of the ocean on a reef. When I went to the showroom, you guys showed me this flatbed printer that I could basically bring just about anything and print on top of it. So imagine
that's the JFX, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So imagine doing that and having the ceiling tile of the top of the room be like the surface of the water when I'm scuba diving. So pretty blessed to have had the printer and everything kind of fall into place, and it just kind of feels like a dream come true, because as time goes on, not only will I get more experience, I'll get more training, and technology will further advance. What I like about it is I'm a first generation here in the United States. My family came from overseas. I'm the first one to finish college, the first one to open their own business. So by this being my first business that I opened, it's kind of a pride, like a moment of pride, because these machines have brought into reality my dream to own my business and do things that I can go into work and say, you know what, I kind of enjoy my day, and I can go in there and enjoy what I do.
Anything Mimaki can do to be a part of this journey that you're starting, we're in.
level, and that's probably what he's going to talk about next.